Hello, this is Michael Pucciarelli, creator of Still Life and Landscape of Michael Pucciarelli YouTube channel. And today I'll be talking about all the tools a still life photographer can use. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of tools here. And then I'll talk about what I created with some of my tools. But first I'm going to go through all the tools. First tool is a basic hammer for banging the nails, pulling things out. Then we like a leveler for making sure that things are straight. This is a bubble leveler. I have several of these, and this is to make sure the table's straight. This is a Sure-Bond stapler, and it only works with these staples. So when you buy the Sure-Bond stapler, make sure you buy the right staples. Various glue. We have wood glue, we have Gorilla Glue. Both are good. I have other staples for other things, for other types of staplers. It's called a switchblade, where this is good for cutting paper, it's good for matting, it's good for creating scrims. And I have two of these. And I have plenty of L brackets in various sizes. And these are great for creating, still activities. I'll demonstrate some stuff that I created. We have all kinds of molding tape for creating filters. And I'll show a filter that I created later. And this is duct tape. This is great for holding things. Duct tape's very strong. Now I have several, drills where a nice battery charger, and many drill bits. And this runs on 18-volt battery. This could last a long time, but if you use them, the more you use them, the electricity you burn. I have all kinds of drill bits. I have stuff for drilling in holes. I also have drill bits for screwdrivers. So I have many, Phillips screwdriver bits. I have many regular screwdriver bits. And I have a total of 3 battery drills. They all both come with battery chargers. You'll need to drill wood screws in the wood, but I'd first recommend that, depending on the type of wood, you start with a drill bit to drill the hole. And then I have tons of drill bits for screws. There's all kinds of drill bits for screws. I collect drill bits to help me. I tricked, these are good for drilling in holes in tough wood, and then you screw with the electric drill. Tons of drill bits come in handy when you're building things. These are socket collections. These are more socket collections. It's good if you're tightening tough bolts. So basically, there's a lot of tools, but I'm going to show you all the tools I use. I have plenty of scissors for cutting paper, cutting scrim paper. I have plenty of screwdrivers, and sometimes you just need a screwdriver. I'll demonstrate that later, what I did here. I have other, socket tighteners. Get the sockets. I have more screwdrivers. All sizes, but Phillips and a regular screwdriver. I have plenty of wire cutters. Like if you want to cut the wire to hang a picture, you want to cut out the wire. And I have plenty of hex keys where sometimes these are very effective. Depending on the type of screw you have, the hex screw. So I have plenty of containers to hold my things. More screwdrivers and pliers. I have plenty of pliers. I'll get back into that later, but now I want to talk about something else. These are screw boxes because for many, many years I've used to use a tough shoe box to hold all my screws. So then recently I decided to be a little more organized, and this has all my screws and categories, and so does this. Because what I do is, when I buy something, if it doesn't work right, I try to fix it. And if I can't fix it, I save all my screws and I put them in these boxes. So now if I need a screw, or a set of screws, I just go here. I have two big toolboxes. I'm going to start with the small one first. Measuring tape. I have several pair of pliers. I have sand blocks for when I want to make the edges smooth, like something like this. I'll demonstrate that soon. And I have paint brushes, the paints. So I have plenty of, tools in here. And then I have a bigger toolbox with more tools. These are bigger tools. A big pair of pliers. This is a lot of times you may need a pair of pliers to tighten something, or to loosen something. Now this is a tool that I've used for a very long time. It's called the hacksaw. This hacksaw helped me with cuts like small pipes. It also helped me cut wood. This hacksaw really helps me as a still life photographer to shape the supports I need. And this will cut through anything. I have a regular saw. This will cut through any type of wood. I recommend that, you just get some 3-in-1 oil you spray, you put it on, and it'll make the saw go quicker and easier. Just 3-in-1 oil. I have another hacksaw. It's pretty good as this one. The blades are tough. This will cut through any steel or anything tough. Use a small hacksaw if you want to cut through like a little pipe. Like I decided to fix some plumbing in my house. I fixed a toilet by modifying something. The flusher, and I was able to fix it with this hacksaw. I had to saw something and I just put it back in and it works. I have double of everything. I have more hammers, many kinds of hammers. Big hammers to help me. This is good for cutting drywall. This will also be used to help a still life cut wood or something of a solid nature. I have another measuring tape, plenty of hammers. And then I recommend if you have any big screws, you get a big screwdriver or a big Phillips screwdriver. These screws, these are tough and these can loosen anything. Depending on the screw, you just may have to put some oil to loosen the screw, and it comes right out. And I have plenty of crowbars that pull away nails. So I also have plenty of chisels to chip away some bad wood. This is my go-to flashlight when I want to look at something in the dark or in a closet, even if I turn on the light. It may be behind like a pegboard support, and I need to see, and it's still dark. This is my good go-to light. A lot of times when I create a still life table, which I'll soon demonstrate, either if it's something small, I would spray paint it. But if it's something big, it's where I get a brush. There are many brushes, many sizes. Then I paint it, depending on the job. Big job, I use a brush. A small job, I use spray paint. I showed you just some of my tools. I'm going to show you what I've created. Where this is called a foil filter, and this is where I had to get the hacksaw and saw it at a 40-degree angle. This is to put it on a lead flashlight, and I covered this up with duct tape. This is how the duct tape, I covered it up so when you light paint, you won't have stray light in your photograph. So, I'm also working on making a custom, monopod where I'm using like a cam, cattle, plate, where this is an impact pole and this is like an umbrella spigot. So I could, move the camera. I can go up and down. And I did the same thing with the Manfrotto plate, with the plyer. Sorry, is with an impact, same thing. But now these screws, I couldn't find the soft things that you put on a screw. So you don't have to deal with these points. So then I bought 2 sizes of screws, and this is the size that fits, and it fits good. Now when they make monopods, when they make the polypods, it comes with something, so you don't have to put it with that sharp point. But I couldn't find what I was looking for in the hardware store, so I decided to get 2 sets of screws, and this screw size fits. So I create many, still life tables where this right here is an L bracket. And I'm going to drill it in with the drill bit to drill the hole. And then I would drill in the screw so it's nice and firm. So this is a table that I created where you used to not have one of this, but I decided this used to be here. I took it off and I used just a regular screwdriver because the screws had paint on it. Sometimes just a regular screwdriver will help you do your job. So then I decided that this was here. I took this off, and then I put a smaller piece on, and I had to use the drills to drill in the hole, and a regular drill to drill in the screw. So, and I just like to save wood. I like to rebuild things. This, this used to have this, but now this is like, you could have this as a table. You could also use it like that. Well, I showed you the tools I use as a still life photographer. So, and I did show you that, you have several crowbars. I want to make sure you get that. I'm going to pull out nails and screws. Okay. So I showed you all the tools I use as a still life photographer. It's sort of like a carpenter here, but I collect them. They help me do my job. So if you find this interesting, or still life photography interesting in any way, light painting, the white plex table, the black plex table, or just landscape photography, or information on camera settings for Adobe Photoshop, then maybe consider liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you for listening to this webinar.